Emma had babysat for plenty of families, but none quite like the Aldens, wealthy, enigmatic, and living in an ancient manor perched on the edge of the woods. The house, built atop an abandoned coal mine, groaned with unseen pressure, as if the land itself resented its presence. The child she was looking after, Oliver, was eerily quiet at first, until his parents left. Then the whispers began. At first, Emma thought he was talking to himself, but when she listened closely, she realized he was replying to someone she couldn't hear. The basement door, sealed with rusted chains, suddenly appeared ajar. The dim glow of her phone flashlight revealed claw marks on the walls, like something had tried to escape. Oliver stood behind her, his eyes black as coal, grinning. "They let me out," he whispered in a voice that was no longer his own. The house lurched, the lights flickered, and the air thickened with an unseen presence. Emma ran, but the halls stretched impossibly long. The doors wouldn't budge. And in the dark, something whispered her name from inside her own mind. What happened next? Well, that's where the real horror begins. Emma stumbled backward, her breath shallow as Oliver's small frame loomed in the dark. His grin widened, unnatural, as his limbs twitched with jerky, puppet-like movements. The voice that wasn't his echoed through the manor, from every wall, every shadow. "The chains held me for so long," it whispered, a guttural growl slithering from Oliver's lips. "But he let me in, and now I can finally stretch." The house began to shake as the whispers turned into screams, deafening, despairing like voices trapped underground. The air grew thick, charged with unseen electricity. Then the lights went out. Emma fumbled for her phone, but its screen flickered with static. She ran, stumbling through the endless hallway, each door leading back to the same place, the basement. A low knock echoed from behind the rusted chains. "Let me out," a voice rasped. Tears burned in Emma's eyes as Oliver stepped forward, his tiny hands reaching for the lock. She grabbed him, pulling him back just in time. He shrieked, something old, something hungry, fighting through his tiny body. And then nothing but silence. The Aldens returned that night, their smiles too perfect, their eyes too knowing. Emma fled, never speaking of what she saw. But as she hurried down the gravel drive, Oliver stood in the window watching. His lips curled into a whisper Emma couldn't hear. But she knew he wasn't alone. Emma thought she had escaped. She thought whatever lurked in that house was trapped behind its ancient walls. But the nightmares began the moment she left Oliver's blackened eyes staring, the whispers curling around her mind. Days passed, then weeks. Emma refused to speak of the Aldens, refused to return until one evening an unknown number called her phone. She answered, heart pounding. A child's voice crackled through the line, soft, familiar. "You forgot to say goodbye." The call disconnected. Emma's blood ran cold as she turned to her bedroom mirror. Her reflection twisted, the shadows behind her shifting. She wasn't alone. And deep beneath the Alden manor, the rusted chains snapped one by one. The whispers would never leave her, not until she let it in.